One goal and one assist for Mason Greenwood as his Getafe beat Sevilla away from home by 3 goals to 0 to climb to 8th position on the La Liga pile with 25 points in 17 games. Greenwood himself now has got 3 goals and 4 assists in 13 games played in the La Liga so far. What a player. This is our boy doing wonders and working miracles in Spain, where he is on loan, as he does continue to attract the attention of top clubs including Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, AS Roma, Juventus, Real Madrid. All the top clubs do want a hand on our star boy. What exactly have we got to do as we do move forward? Welcome to the United Hotspot. My name is Webb, and here we are to keep tabs on arguably our most gifted player who has been exiled for no reason. We will continue to advocate for the return of Mason Greenwood. Look, guys, the problem of Manchester United is currently one of the biggest problems we are having. After Kobe Maino solving the significant part of our midfield problem, our other problem now is the lack of supply to our striker Rasmus Højlund. And guess what? A player who can supply to him balls for fun, our player who has got a contract running up to 2027, is out on loan to Getafe, working wonders, and people are debating on whether he should return or not. Mason Greenwood has been exiled unjustly, and United supporters are somehow beginning to forget about him and be silent. Listen, this boy, put him in this United squad now, and trust me, Liverpool tonight would swallow 15, would swallow 5 rather, because he's that good. He's that good, and he has proved it in a new league, a league full of so much football, by the way. People might undermine the power of the Spanish league, but it's full of football. For you to shine in the Spanish league, in the La Liga, you've got to be a baller. Greenwood is indeed proving that he's a baller. No wonder he's already assisting and scoring goals for fun. But for United, what then do we do? It's not even about biting the bullet. There is nothing to bite the bullet about. It's obvious United has just got to be recalling this boy from his loan. He's fit enough. If we ever wanted him to get back to fitness and play football at the topmost level after being out of the game for over a year, obviously I think he has already got there. Because you know why? He's a natural. He's a naturally gifted footballer. He's not an industrial making, a manufactured player from an industrial manufactured player. He is a natural. I've been saying this time and again, Mason Greenwood is our most naturally gifted player at Manchester United. It's sad to see that he cannot play for us because of certain sentiments of certain people who perhaps do not have the least care about this club, but care about their hypocritical feelings about feminism and what have you. This is a football club, and a football club should be run on principles of football. But of course, also factoring in the fact that, of course, society has got its norms that it follows. And if someone is within the norms, certainly you cannot be exiling them for no reason. And that's why Mason Greenwood continues to be unjustly treated at the expense of his teammates. Imagine how Rasmus Højlund feels seeing Mason Greenwood assisting to certain nobodies in Getafe when he's a contracted Man United player. Imagine what happens. Imagine seeing, because think about Greenwood, drop him in this United team and tell me how much of our problems we would have solved. I'm hearing people pointing at players United should be signing in Jan, and people are talking of guys like Rafinha, a guy who can barely command a start at Barcelona. You want him to come at United when you've got Mason Greenwood there on loan at Getafe. Where are our priorities as a club? And these are the biggest problems we've had for the longest time. And these are the things that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is expected to change. The Glazers have for the longest time not cared about football, because if they did, there is no way they would allow Mason Greenwood to be banished and locked out, exiled out of the club for no reason. The only understanding I would have, the only thing I would understand why Greenwood would be away is because he was not playing football for over a year and he needed to come back to match fitness. Now he's already there. He has proven to us the next obvious decision for United to make would be to call him back from his loan, bring him back in the squad in January. In January, Greenwood should be back in January. Bring him back in Jan and let's see football. Let Man City know what we are made of. City are struggling to win games. I told you guys this is the worst Man City team I've seen. This is our opportunity. to go out there and shine and outperform them. We do still have a chance, by the way, to win the title. Mathematically, we do have a chance to win the title. We may not be competing for the title. I actually don't think United should be thinking about the title. We should be thinking about at least improving, having consistency, getting an identity, selecting our youngsters, trusting them, and helping them grow. We should use the rest of this season for these youngsters to grow, to mold them and groom them and nurture them into something. But if we are keeping them away from the club, whichever plan, Jim Ratcliffe will come in with all his good plans. But if the players, the important players of the club, are not part of the whole transition from the start, are not part of the growth, then we are doing absolutely nothing. And Greenwood should be one of the players we start with. Our rebuild should be spinning around Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Greenwood, and Rasmus Højlund, of course, together with Alejandro Garnacho. Those are the four players that should form the fulcrum on which Manchester United, the future Manchester United, will spin. But one of them is in exile, yet we are in a crucial period of transition. What exactly are we doing? What are we all about? The next obvious decision for me should be United calling back. And these are some of the things, the bold decisions I expect Sir Jim Ratcliffe to make instantly when he's confirmed. It is said that it could be confirmed before Christmas. We've been saying this for a long time. The confirmation has been taking long. Of course, there are processes. I've been saying this, that buying and getting ownership in a club like Man United is not buying tomatoes on the streets. It is a process. It takes a process, and you've certainly got to be patient with the process. But nonetheless, it looks like United are doing work behind the scenes with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And I hope that part of what they're doing is trying to go to Getafe, who have also wanted to sign Greenwood on a permanent buy. How disrespectful. How on earth can United's best footballer be thought about as a potential permanent player for Getafe? How on earth are we trying to kill the career of this young man? What exactly are we up to? For me, the next obvious decision, and this for me, this is what success will look like. This is what hope will look like when Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in, bringing back Mason Greenwood from loan. Even if that's the one decision he made for the whole of January, even if that's the one major decision that he makes, I will be okay. But Greenwood returning to that squad with Kobbie Mainoo there, with Rasmus Højlund struggling to get a ball from the selfish Marcus Rashford, with Rasmus Højlund struggling to get a ball from a Bruno Fernandes who just hits balls through the bodies of his opponents, hoping that he can tear through them and perhaps go and find the back of the net. With him playing with the likes of Garnacho, who are now feeling like they can score goals on their own. For me, Greenwood, who has got a proper balance of assisting and scoring for himself, is the perfect player we need now to, first of all, get Rasmus Højlund psyched up to want to play, because I feel like Rasmus Højlund's hunger that he came with has been killed by these selfish forwards. Why don't we bring Greenwood? Not selfish at all. 4 assists in 13 games, 3 goals and 4 assists. So he has scored more goals than he has assisted more times than he has scored. And I'm thinking he could probably, in some of those occasions, being the good shooter he is, some of the goals he scored, he could have, shot at goal. Well, the last one was a penalty, the last one against Getafe, but he assisted the other beautiful crossfield pass, diagonal pass to set up his teammate. What a player, doing all forms of things, both with the right and the left foot. His dexterity is enviable. You love to watch Greenwood play in a United jersey. Unfortunately, because of the selfish Glazers who only care about money and their selfish interests, you don't even know what else they're interested in. They have banished him, and somehow you all think we are going to keep quiet. Not me. Greenwood should return because he's on fire, and we need that fire. It is what is lacking in Manchester United.